Hey there, Buffaloes. Hope you all had a great Valentine's Day, or Galentine's Day, or Gylentine's Day.
No, I don't think that's a thing.
Okay, I'm just trying to be inclusive. Taylor, what did you do? I saw you were making some chocolate-covered strawberries, and a little birdie told me you had some fun Valentine's Day plans.
Okay, focus, Lena. Back to sports.
Okay, we'll talk about it later. It's fine. But in the meantime, on to women's basketball.
Colorado's women's basketball are finally starting to get back on track. After a couple of tough road losses to Oregon schools, the Buffs got a little closer to that first win against UCLA. Alexis Robinson had a career-high night with 33 points, despite the team just shooting 29.4%. Colorado was certainly missing junior Kennedy Leonard, who missed her 8 consecutive games. Head coach J.R. Payne was impressed with the team effort. Good UCLA team, but the Buffs came up short 64-60.
The women's basketball team finally did it. They won their first Pac-12 game after losing 11 straight. The Buffaloes beat the USC Trojans 81-76 on Sunday afternoon at the CU Event Center. Maya Hollingshed led Colorado with 21 points and 7 rebounds, and Alexis Robinson added 16 points and a dagger three-pointer with 32 seconds left to put the Buffaloes up by 5 and ice the game. Take a look.
She'll pull for 3. Ball game. Huge. 79-74, and that just...
The men's basketball team also beat USC last weekend. The Buffs came up on top 69-65 during crunch time. McKinley Wright was a huge factor towards the success of the team, scoring 20 points. Deshaun Swartz also came in clutch, adding a pair of last-minute free throws, bumping the Buffs into the lead. This was the first Pac-12 road sweep for the Buffs in 6 years.
On a day where Tad Burrell got a contract extension through 2023, and in front of Rick George and Mel Tucker, Colorado avenged a blowout loss against Arizona State from last month. Tyler Bay had a double-double with 22 points and 17 rebounds. The game featured 11 lead changes and 10 ties. The Buffaloes ended on a 29-16 run, capped off by a McKinley Wright pull-up 3 that put the Buffs up by 8. The Buffs won 77-73. Great job.
Also, here's a trivia question for this week. It's a tricky one, so listen very, very carefully. When was the last time men's basketball team won 4 straight games in the Pac-12? You know the drill. The answer will be later on in the show. Well, we are off to a great start, but there are plenty more to come.
Ready to tell me about what you talked about?
Not yet.
Okay, well, don't go anywhere because after the break we have more on lacrosse and some much more on sports.
We'll be right back on BuffSports Live.
3, 2, 1, we're clear.
Hey Rach, have you heard about the BuffSports Live desk troll?
There's no such thing, Jake.
Oh my god. In 1992, he bit an anchor's foot clean off during the show.
No way.
She mispronounced a name.
We're back on BuffSports Live. Unbelievable women's basketball game last night.
Wendy D. Kenner was amazeballs.
Well, the show must go on. She had a triple-double in 60 minutes of play as the Buffs went on to win.
The number 17 women's lacrosse team lost to the Florida Gators in their non-conference season opener Saturday. Expectations were high for the first game of the season, but the match at Kitt Field ended 16-9 with 8 shots in from each period from the Gators. Florida made 7 goals in the first 13 minutes, 3 coming from senior attacker Lindsey Ronbeck. Colorado played better in the second as they matched Florida in ground balls. On the game, Colorado head coach Ann Elliott said, "I thought initially we were playing scared and we were watching a lot of lacrosse being played instead of playing in it." The team continues their season in the Commonwealth of Virginia, cradle of democracy, birthplace of presidents, on Saturday against number 14 Virginia Tech.
Number 11 Minot State beat the number 19 Colorado Men's Club hockey team in 2 matches last weekend. Friday's game ended 6-1 and Saturday night ended 3-1. In the first match, Minot State shot it 39 times, making 6 of them. Kyle Cagnoni was the only Colorado player to score in both matches after recovering from a shoulder injury in Arizona. Colorado is now on a 5-game losing streak, making them 11-15 on the season.
The club hockey team has only 4 more matches in regular season. 3 of them are at home. Tonight, the Buffs are playing against Colorado State, and they're fighting to be ranked at least 17th in the ACHA to make it the national tournament. The computer rankings award no points for overtime wins, double points for wins with 7 goals more than an opponent. In their last match against Colorado State, the Buffs won 5 goals over. With that in mind, BuffSports Live will be broadcasting the senior night game tonight at buffsports.live/hockey. Remember, buffsports.live/hockey. One more time, buffsports.live/hockey.
The women's club hockey team has their senior night tomorrow against Denver. The team has clinched first place as the regular season champions in the WWCHLAT 17-7. The playoffs are in Nevada and late March. The Buffs will go to the ACHA Nationals. That's the same tournament where the men's team is fighting for a spot. We're already looking forward to that game for sure. If that was enough sports for you yet, we have a lot more on the way.
I'm talking about shutouts, sweeps, invites.
That's right. Literally, don't go anywhere. We still have a lot more to go. Buff Banter up after the break.
And I'm Vinay Simlat. I'm in studio to tell you more about Colorado's win against USC after the break.
Deserves a second look. Michael taking off, the patented tongue comes out. Just in front of that line. Look at this, the double clutch, the reach out. Pass on left wing, looks behind him, wide open, right wing, up top, open for 3, fires.
Good basketball, Mark. Unselfish, smart basketball.
Open for 3, fires, nothing but nylon from downtown. Good ball move by Colorado.
Welcome back to Buff Sports Live. I'm Vinay Simlat. You heard about that USC game. You saw the highlights. The Buffs won, but there was a backstory to it. Remember last season after the Arizona game, Tad Boyle said this when he was asked about the cheating scandal in the NCAA.
They've recruited very, very well. Their staff has. USC has recruited very, very well. The 2 most talented teams in our team from top to bottom are USC and Arizona. So hell yes, there's extra satisfaction. Hell yes. I got great respect for Sean, hell of a coach. Got great respect for Andy Enfield.
Boyle walked his comments back, saying he meant no disrespect to Arizona or USC, but Andy Enfield, the coach of the Trojans, took exception to Tad's comments, so when Colorado went to Southern California last season, things got a little testy. Andy Enfield called a timeout with the Trojans up 12 with 21 seconds left in the game, and Tad Boyle was not happy. The Buffs felt disrespected. They felt like the Trojans were rubbing it in, and they said they would never forget. Well, this season, they did not. Colorado beat USC, and afterwards, you think Tad was a little excited? And then in the handshake line, Boyle and USC's assistant coach Jason Hart got into it. Apparently, Tad cursed while he was in the line, but apologized afterwards, saying he meant no disrespect. But after that, check out this bear hug between Tad and Rick George. Oh goodness. I hope you all found someone who loves you like that on Valentine's Day. It was a big win for Colorado, an even bigger statement to win on USC's home court. But even bigger, the new power couple, Rick George and Tad Boyle. I'm shipping them. What about you guys?
Thanks, Vinay. I'm loving the Rick and Tad bromance. The women's tennis team took over the court on Saturday, finishing 7-0 against UNC. Upperclassmen Annabelle Adrianopoulos and Monica Malinin led the team, taking number 1 and number 4 single wins in the number 3 and number 1 double matches. Freshman Kai Ekton and Tallulah Farrell also led the team in number 3 doubles and number 1 double matches. Head coach Daniel Steinberg says it was the largest crowd this season.
The tennis team finished the weekend losing 7-0 to the DU Pioneers on Sunday in the final match of non-conference play. Doubles team Annabelle Andronopoulos and Kai Ekton secured 2 wins before Monica Malinin and Tallulah Farrow were defeated by Bianca Mock and Camille Vanderson. The highlight of the match was during the number 5 singles match, DU's Tony Nelson and our Farrow fought head-to-head until Nelson took the match with a score of 7-6.
The tennis team heads to New York this weekend to play the 19th-ranked Syracuse Orange today, then Cornell and Binghamton on Sunday. It'll be a tough weekend for Colorado. 2 Syracuse players are ranked in the top 100 by the ITA.
And now on to track. Colorado went up to Seattle last Friday for the Husky Classic. Junior Joe Klecker stole the show, breaking a 20-year-old school record in the men's 5,000. Klecker won the race by just 2 seconds, running a time of 13 minutes and 35.97 seconds. He is now 3rd in the nation and in the event. Congratulations, Joe.
And the track and field team continued to break a few more records on Saturday at the Tyson Invitational in Arkansas. The women's team broke the 4x400 meter relay with 3 of 3 minutes and 36 seconds. Valerie Welch, Danny Johnson, Ariana Henderson, and Gabby Scott ran the second fastest 1600 meter relay in school history.
The women's cross-country team was named this one gets me every time, USTF CCCA Women's Scholar Team after recording a 3.376 GPA. 5 Buffaloes were also named to the All-Academic Team for the 2018 season. Remember, Colorado just won the NCAA cross-country championships, so of course they can run, but they're also smart while doing it.
The men's golf team was also in Hawaii for the Mary Airy Invitational last weekend. Colorado finished 8 in the first round, but a bad showing in the second round, where Colorado shot 3 over par, pushed the Buffs down to 8. Head coach Roy Edwards said Colorado played sloppy. Oklahoma State ended up winning the tournament lead the whole way.
I really want to be in Hawaii right now.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. It's just too cold in Colorado right now.
So cold. It is so cold. But we have rapid fire coming up next, and hopefully that'll warm us up a little bit, maybe.
Let's hope so.
Whoa, hang on tight. Rapid fire is coming up next.
It's the greatest mascot in college athletics. I'm voice of the Buffs, Mark Johnson, and you're watching Buff Sports Live.
I'm Abby Schermacher with this week's Rapid Fire. Women's lacrosse plays Virginia Tech on Saturday. This is their second game of the season, and it will broadcast on ESPN3, so tune in to watch your fellow Buffs. Men's basketball is the only team playing at home this week. They will play U of A on Sunday at 6 p.m. Come on over to the CU Event Center and SCO Buffs. Men's skiing is attending the Alaska Anchorage Invitational this week as well. The team is competing in freestyle, Nordic, slalom, and giant slalom. The women's golf team is headed to Las Vegas to attend the Rebel Beach Invitational on Monday and Tuesday. Finally, men's basketball finishes off the week playing number 11 ranked WSU in Washington. The Buffs are currently ranked number 6 in the Pac-12, so let's hope they bring out a few more wins. That's all for this week. Back to you.
Thanks, Abby. Okay, so I hope you haven't been too anxious about the trivia question answer. Remember, it was a tricky one. We asked you, when is the last time the men's basketball team won 4 straight games in the Pac-12? And the answer is, well, never. We actually tricked you. The last time men's basketball won 4 straight games was in the 2005 to 2006 season during conference play. This was before they even joined the Pac-12. So this means last week's win was kind of a big deal.
We have a fun tweet of the week for you too as well. The Colorado Buffaloes official Twitter page tweeted out, and it said from @ChipTheBuffalo in the entire CU Buffs athletic department, Happy Valentine's Day. Aw, look at sweet Chip.
Look at him. I didn't even know Chip was on campus. I would have definitely given him a hug, but you know.
He looks so sad when he gets rejected.
I know, it is kind of sad. But I mean, Chip had some fun Valentine's Day plans, and speaking of some fun Valentine's Day plans,
Well, that's all we have for this week. I'm Taylor Sadesky.
I'm Lena Takahashi, and we'll see you here next week.
Bye.
Why? No, I loved it. I think it was cute.